So I know I said that would eventually show my face. I'm trying. I'm getting there. I just want to say I'm not doing this to, make anyone look bad or talk down or anyone or anything like that. It's time for me to actually just face it and deal with it instead of suppressing it as I have been for a very, very, very long time. Like I stated earlier on, there's a very select few that even know anything that I am about to share with everyone. Like I stated, I don't really remember a lot from my really, really toddler ages. I do remember, so that means in Ohio, I really don't remember much of anything. I remember a lot of things vividly when I lived in Georgia. In my early childhood, I remember living next to an older couple that were called our grandparents, but they were more like God grandparents, I guess you can say. I spent a lot of time with them, lived there for quite some time, stayed with them for a while. I'm not sure if it was because we were newer to the area or what. Not really sure where they came in at. All I remember is very vividly one day, I'm not sure what happened, why I even got in trouble this day. But I do remember getting chased and then getting hit with a 2x4 board. It wasn't normal, but at that time, being so young, I didn't think that, there was things wrong with that either. A lot of people look at adoption stories and they want to believe the outcome is, great. It's like fairy tale, but in all honesty, there's a lot of things that go on behind closed doors that I think a lot of people do not know. And I'm not sure why that is. Why take one child from trauma just to put them into another trauma situation that could be even worse than what they were going through or what they could have went through? I can say that during Christmases, the ones that I can remember early on, they were pretty good. Had a roof over my head, clothes, games, TV. But other than that, I do remember someone very close to me getting in trouble. We were coming back from church, and at this time, like I said, I really can't remember ages all like that, but I know they're way too young to go through any of this. Someone very close to me was crying, got in trouble, not normal trouble, cried so hard that they vomited, and my adoptive mother, where she got a spoon from, I believe it was when we made it home. It was when I made it home. She got a spoon, about a tablespoon size spoon, and picked up the vomit off the floor of the car and fed it back to that person. The crying didn't stop there. Then the adoptive mother went and got a knife, not a sharp knife, a butter knife, and act like she was going to cut our wrist. She then got the knife, put it to our wrist, and was moving it on our wrist like as though she was cutting us. I also remember someone very close to me that I know of. Like I said, I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but I did witness my adoptive mother putting like duct tape over their mouths to keep them quiet and keep them from crying. Also, I remember we would go into public places like church, and I remember our adopted mom said, she used to say things like, "You want to cry like a baby, I'm going to treat you like one," and would force bottle feed. Now, I do remember that age, and that was around between the age of 4 and 5. And I know for sure that's not right. You do not force bottle feed a child that age with whole food in a bottle and treat them that way. I do remember on actually quite a few occasions, you're told to go get a switch. Okay, that's okay. I understand switches, but when it comes to the point to where there's switches that are all put together to where it's filled like a broom, I do believe that's on a whole nother level. And I remember going outside to get a switch. It wasn't good enough. Later that day, I got into the tub to take a bath and got whooped in what I would describe of a broom. It was a lot of switches wrapped up together in a broom fashion while I was in the tub taking a bath. I also remember on a few occasions, I'm not sure if you know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what bamboo is. I believe they were in like a pot for decoration or something like that at the home, at my adoptive home. And like, I understand kids get into trouble, you do want to discipline the child, but I do believe there comes a point when it's taken too far. I remember getting hit so hard with bamboo, and it wasn't just one bamboo stick either. It was more than one at the time. To where I still have scars to this day on my back from getting beat with bamboo sticks. I'm going to skip around just a little bit. I remember that I used to love playing outside when I was younger. That's all I knew was outside. I do know I liked playing outside until I didn't like playing until it started getting dark. I didn't like that from being outside midday till evening time. As time went on, the more I decided to play outside, the less food was being served. So I remember, I'm not sure if you all know what muscadines are, but we had a lot of muscadine trees. And I do remember, I believe 2 days in a row, since I wanted to play outside for so long, that's what I ate. I ate muscadines and honeysuckles off the trees. All because I wanted to be a kid and play outside. That was my exits, was outside. But I also got punished for wanting to play outside. But this is enough for today. Like I said, it could be triggering. It's not just triggering for you all. It is triggering for me. So come back tomorrow and I will post part 3.